When Ananda and I were in Sacramento for many years as colony leaders there, Swamiji came down to bless the expansion of the East-West bookstore that we had there at the time. It's no longer in existence, but it was for about 12 years. And he came down to give a blessing and give the service for Palm Sunday. And our center at the time was not going to hold the capacity of all that we hoped would come. And we held it in the courtyard adjacent to the bookstore, and there were 350 people plus. It was packed. And I remember sitting there in the front row because we were the assistant blessers, and Swamiji was giving the service, and he was talking about Palm Sunday. And I was very conscious of two very distinct levels of reality going on simultaneously. And it was Swamiji giving this incredible talk about the meaning of Palm Sunday, and one part of me was going, I hope someone's recording this. I hope the recording is working, because that was always a question. We were outdoors, and it was really windy, and the vase flew over and crashed and broke on the ground, and I mean, just all this, outer commotion. And I just feeling like, oh, I want to write it down, I want to write it down. And then there was this whole nother level of reality that was electric. The atmosphere was just electrified. It was vibrating everywhere intensely. And it didn't have anything to do with what he was saying. It didn't matter if you heard it or not, if you were just there energetically giving to that situation. It was incredible. And I've experienced that a number of times. I've seen it with Jyotish and Devi. I remember a talk that they gave here in the early 90s. Again, we were in Sacramento. And we were giving classes. We couldn't come up. It was a series on how to build community, and they were talking about right attitude. So we didn't get to come. I'm listening to it on a tape, little cassette tape, a talk at a satsang. It was otherworldly. I don't know what they said, but it was the exchange of magnetism, the exchange of consciousness was such a blessing, such a grace. And so to just be present is not enough, but to be present with our energy, to give to the things that are going on. It's what you give at a service like this. I can't tell you. I was telling someone the other day, the energy up here, of course it's our gurus, it's Swamiji, but what you bring to Sunday service, what you all bring to satsang of such openness, such receptivity, it really makes for a shared dynamic experience in God. It's incredibly powerful. And the more we live through our intuition, the more we live through that consciousness within our own selves, what we find is that door after door after door keeps opening. And more of that consciousness, as Ananda was saying earlier in the ceremonies, is available to us, comes to us, flows through us, and we are that. We are that, and we are that to one another.